Hey y'all, how you been? Hope you've been well. I hope that you're coping with everything that's going on at the moment with the rollout of the vaccines and the new year, the 21st century, and what's happening, and everybody trying to get back to some sort of quote normal, remodified freedom. I still call it, and I always will be. So, wow, how's everybody feeling about the vaccine rollout? There's a lot of mixed controversy about the vaccine and what it does and what's happening, and mainly what people think the vaccine does. And I think it's concerning because I think the elderly, the very elderly, have got a misunderstanding of what the vaccine does. And I've heard a lot of the elderly say, if we get the vaccine, then we'll be protected and the vaccine will be able to control the virus. No, that's incorrect. That's not what the vaccine does. So a lot of people, if you think along that lines, then it's incorrect. What the vaccine does, it builds antibodies up in your immune system to be able to combat not COVID. Remember, most of the time before you get COVID-19, quote, the virus, you get SARS-2, and that will lead to the virus, COVID-19. So realise that, understand that. And what the vaccine does and is about, and what it does, basically, it builds your antibodies up in your immune system, in your body, to be able to, as I said, fight the virus. And that's what it does. And it's concerning because I think a lot of people are misunderstanding a lot of things that have been said about the vaccine. So please do a little bit of research on the vaccine and what it does and what happens. As we all know, there's a lot of mixed controversy about things. Will it make you sick? Does it make you sick? Is there blood clots? Does it make blood clots? Gosh, I mean, as we all know with the vaccine, it's experimental. Though it has been approved and it is now being rolled out all over the world, and there are some vaccines that have been stopped, like the AstraZeneca has been stopped, suspended, until further investigation in regards to what it does to some people with side effects. But with the other vaccines, they have been deemed safe for people to have. So you've got to understand, when you take that vaccine, what it does, it doesn't give you an instant protection shield that you are protected from the virus, or you are protected from SARS-2, because you're not. Okay, and you're not fully, well, you haven't got full immunity until you get the second dose, put it that way. Okay, the first dose it'll start, there'll be something, but it needs the second dose to be fully effective, to build the antibodies up before it can fight anything. So remember that, people, because a lot of the elderly are misunderstanding what the vaccine is about. And I think the government, you should be, making people fully aware of what the vaccine is truly about. I mean, you haven't done that. You hadn't done the basics. And that's really poor, because there's a lot of people out there that are misinformed, or they don't really understand. Like the elderly, they do think that the vaccine is there, and when they have it, they are protected and it will control the virus. That's incorrect. That won't. Now, and also remember, the months are now cooling down and it's getting near winter. Now, you have to be aware that the flu season's coming on, and I'm telling you, it's coming on quicker than normal, quicker than earlier. I mean, it's now starting to pick up pace. People are now starting to get sick with the flu. So remember that, because the flu, you got influenza. With the influenza, you get influenza, you can get SARS-CoV-2. That you can do. So, and that you can catch. So please understand that there's a lot of viruses out there, and you are susceptible to any of them. So remember that. But be wise. Do remember the mask, your sanitising, that sort of thing now, and assess where you go, because to be quite honest, over the next couple of months, a lot of people are going to come down with the flu. And then from the flu, maybe influenza. And then from there, they might catch SARS-CoV-2, and they're susceptible to other things. And remember, you're not fully immune until you get, and you're not fully immune then. Sorry, you're not fully immune then. When you get your second dose, you've got to build up. It needs time in your body for you to build up the antibodies to be able to fight it. Not COVID-19, but build up the antibodies to be able to protect you from the antibodies of the virus, and also SARS-CoV-2. Remember that. So remember the winter months, they're coming on. So please be wise. Remember, a lot of people have forgotten about the mask, but that's just something that I think people and the government have to learn the hard way. And they're letting everything go back to normal. Now everything is going back to normal. But I think in the next coming months, you'll see a lot of people coming down with the flu and other viruses and that sort of thing. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but that's just the way I see it. But please, a lot of people, do your research on the vaccine, the rollout. It is important that we need the second dose. We need that. There shouldn't have been the first rollout of the first rollout if you didn't have the second dose, government. It was stupid of you. Stupid move. People have got to wait. How many weeks have they got to wait to get the second dose in time before that runs out? Goodness me. But anyway, please, people, look after yourself. Remember, that if you are experiencing psychological or physical abuse, reach out to your networks and support services. And here in Australia, we have a lot of them. We are a really lucky country here in Australia with everything. A lot of Aussies tend to complain. I've heard a lot of people say, Europeans and people say Aussies are whingers. I never agreed, but now I kind of do. We do whinge about things, and we don't really, I think we tend to take things for granted in Australia, how good we've got it at times. But anyway, but as I said, if you're experiencing psychological or physical abuse and you're over in the UK, America, I'm sure you have those services and so forth there to be able to reach out and do something about your situation. And it's hard, but, you know, I, the tiger, you have the warrior within you, and you are only your Achilles heel, remember that. But till next time, like, subscribe and comment. And my 4 codes, I will say them: respect, dignity, honour and integrity. They'll serve you well, and faith, of course. And until next time, please look after yourself with somebody you're happy and safe with. And as I said, you know, just be aware, because with things happening over the next couple of months, you know, with the flu season and that sort of thing, and bronchitis and influenza and whatever else, and this virus. But please do your research, because a lot of people are misunderstanding what the vaccine really is for, especially the elderly. It's not a magic, you know, thing. It really doesn't protect you. If you have the vaccine, you are not protected. You are only sorry. Anyway, so I thought something was happening to my camera, and of course it was, so I really got to make it short. But look, a lot of people, as I said, the elderly are really misunderstanding things. You have the vaccine, it's not an instant fix, it's not a magic fix, it doesn't protect you. There's no guarantee. It just gives you enough antibodies, as long as you have the second dose, to be able to build up enough immunity, be able to fight not only COVID-19, as I said, before you get that, you most probably end up with SARS-CoV-2, and then from there, you get COVID-19. So remember that. But until next time, see y'all. Like, subscribe, and comment. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.